Merry Christmas, everyone! Today we're going to take a really close look at some items you see a lot at Christmas time. I'll show you a close-up image of something related to Christmas. As soon as you think you know what it is, shout out your answer. Are you ready? Let's go! What do you think this first image is? Time's up. What is it? If you said Christmas tree, you're right. Nice job. Here's the next one. What do you think this might be? Time's up. What is it? If you said Christmas stocking, you're right. Let's try another. I wonder what this could be. Time's up. What is it? If you said a nativity scene, you're correct. Now, what do you think this might be? Time's up. What is it? If you said nutcracker, you got it right. Well done! Study this next one carefully. Shout it out if you know it. Time's up. What is it? If you said candy cane, you're right. Sweet job on that one. What do you think we're looking at here? Time's up. What is it? If you said a Christmas present, then you're correct. Way to wrap that one up. I wonder what this could be. Time's up. What is it? If you said a Christmas ornament, you're right. Nice job. What do you think we're looking at here? Time's up. What is it? If you said a bell, you're correct. Oh, what fun it is to be right. All right, this is our last one. Can you figure out what this is? Time's up. What is it? If you said an angel, you're right. Great job. Well, that sure was a lot of fun. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thanks for playing.
Hey guys, Merry Christmas! Isn't this awesome? And you know what's even better? We're going to have time to spend together this week for 3 whole days. It's going to be awesome. So anyway, today we're going to talk about cookies. How many of you guys have had cookies already this Christmas? I'll bet your mums and dads or someone, your grandma, your grandpa, your Uncle Ned, somebody brought cookies, right? And you're going to have cookies and you'll be eating cookies all week. Well, we're going to talk about cookies, and today we're going to be talking about the things you put in cookies, the ingredients for cookies. So, does anyone know what you make cookies with? I know you. I'm going to name a few things. You tell me the thing you don't use for cookies. So, we use flour, we use sugar, we use gravel, we use chocolate chips. Are all those right? Did you guys notice, was one of them wrong? Yeah, we don't use oh, it's gravel. Yeah, no. Pastor Julia sometimes makes cookies, but I won't say whether or not she uses gravel, but you're right. That's not a good one. Anyway, today we're going to be talking all about the ingredients. So you guys grab a chair, grab a comfy blanket or a pillow, get your dog, get your Uncle Ned, and be all ready to listen. And we're going to sing a few songs and have fun.
Sometimes, so I cover my eyes, but that's so silly, 'cause God is always with me, so I stand up tall, remember He is strong, I won't be afraid, 'cause God is always with me. Fear, get out of here, fear, get out of here now, fear, get out of here for good.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
See you later.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
Scared sometimes.
Get scared sometimes,
Cover my eyes.
so I cover my eyes.
That's so silly.
That's so silly, 'cause God is always with me.
So I stand up tall.
So I stand up tall,
He is strong.
remember He is
I
strong.
won't be afraid.
Be afraid, 'cause God is always with me.
Fear,
Fear,
get out of here. Fear,
fear,
get out of here now. Fear,
fear.
get out of here. Get out of here for good.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
See you later.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
I don't need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't really need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. I don't really need to be afraid no more. Afraid no more. God, I'm yours. Fear,
Fear,
get out of here. Fear,
fear,
get out of here now. Fear.
fear.
Get out of here. Get out of here for good.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator.
See you later.
I'll see you later.
See you later.
See you later, alligator. You are the one, the only one who's always faithful and true.
Faithful and true.
Nobody else compares, there is nobody like you.
Nobody like you.
Oh, and I can't stop thinking about how amazing your love is. amazing your love is, and I can't stop giving it out. I was made for this. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go, I'm reaching out for someone just like you do for me. You give your life for free. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go. You are the one, the only one who's always faithful and true.
Faithful and true.
Nobody else compares, there is nobody like you.
Nobody like you.
Oh, and I can't stop thinking about how amazing your love is, amazing your love is, and I can't stop giving it out. I was made for this. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go, I'm reaching out for someone just like you do for me. You gave your life for free. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. I wanna love the way you love. I wanna see the way you see. I wanna give the way you give. Because the love that you've given to me. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go, I'm reaching out for someone just like you do for me. You give your life for free. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go, I'm reaching out for someone just like you do for me. You give your life for free. Everywhere I go, I can't stop sharing your love. Everywhere I go.
Everywhere I go. Everywhere I go.
Well, I hope you're enjoying your Christmas. Stay tuned because we've got some more fun.
Welcome to It's a Sweet Christmas. It's our Christmas Kids Camp, Day 1. I'm Pastor Julia, and I'm so glad that you joined us. This is our second Christmas Kids Camp. We had a Christmas Kids Camp last year, and it was so much fun, we decided to do it again. Well, hopefully, if you registered, you got your goodie bag with all your stuff in it. It has some stuff like an activity book and a Christmas pencil, and this very cool Christmas star eraser, and it would have all your craft supplies. Now, I brought up 2 craft supplies. There's this one, which is one that we're going to do on day 2, and then I have a special bookmark that we're going to do on day 3, and then I don't have it right here, but there's another one you're going to see in a few minutes, which is a cool hanger for your doorknob that has the whole nativity on it, and we're going to do that as well. So don't do all your crafts at once, because you're going to need to save them, because every day Kate's going to go through it, and you can do it with Kate online right here and do the crafts together. So don't go anywhere. Once I'm done talking, stick around, because we're going to have some games and we're going to have some crafts. And like I said, don't do all your crafts at once. Don't do them all today, because we have one for each day. And of course, I know you found some treats in your goodie bag as well, because we always have to have treats, don't we? Well, I hope that you've had a good Christmas so far. You did? Oh, that's good. I'm glad. Well, today I want to talk about cookies. Cookies are my favorite thing. I think I need to have a little bite of this one. This one's a chocolate chip one. Cookies. I love cookies. They're one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Do you know what? Someone in my family made those cookies last night. I was actually on the computer doing a class, and all of a sudden, I smelled cookies coming out of the kitchen. And for any moms that are watching, you know that's pretty special when somebody else is making cookies in your kitchen. So I came down from my class, and there were cookies, fresh baked cookies. I love cookies. And you know what? I love to bake cookies too, and especially at Christmas. I like to bake all kinds of different cookies at Christmas, because that's fun. Well, in order to bake cookies, you have to have the right ingredients, don't you? You have to have the right things. Now, some people buy cookies at Christmas time, because maybe they don't have time to make them or they don't have the ingredients. So some people just go to a bakery or just to the superstore and buy cookies. Some people buy those Pillsbury ones. Sometimes my daughter likes to buy those Pillsbury ones that have like snowman or trees on them, and you just pop them in the oven, and they're good too. But I like to bake them from what's called scratch. Scratch? What does that mean? That just means all the different ingredients get put together to make the cookies. There's all kinds of ingredients like flour. I have flour in here. And sugar. You always need sugar. This one's brown sugar. Sometimes we use white sugar. And baking powder. Baking powder is a good thing to put in things. Do you know what? Just recently, we made some biscuits in our house, and it was supposed to have baking powder, and instead, baking soda got put in the cookies, a lot of it, and baking soda is kind of salty. Anyway, they didn't turn out. We didn't have the right ingredients. Anyway, we do now. So baking powder and butter. Especially at Christmas time, we use lots of butter in the cookies. And you need your bowl, and you need your spoon, and you need your measuring spoons, because you gotta measure the right amount, and you need your measuring cups too, don't you? And all the ingredients are gonna go into the bowl, and we're gonna stir, 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 and make delicious cookies. I love it. I once saw a show, actually I saw it a couple times. It used to be on quite a long time ago. Anyway, it was a show on TV about these kids, and it was like a contest. And it was like 3 different families and 3 different kids and their parents. And they had to try and make something without a recipe. So they would stand at a table like this, and the producer would give them all kinds of ingredients, some that were good for making cookies and some that weren't. And they had to guess what went into the bowl, mix it up, cook it, and then their parents had to eat it. And then the judges judged who did the best. So say if it was cookies, they might have flour on the table and sugar and butter like I do, but they'd also have things like pickles and maybe like beef jerky, or what else did they have on there? Maybe like lettuce or things like that. And the kids had to try and guess what would be the right ingredients to go in the cookies and how much. So sometimes instead of putting, say, 3/4 of a cup of flour, maybe they would only put a tablespoon. And say baking soda or baking powder, normally in cookies I would put maybe like a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. Maybe they would put like 3/4 of a cup. Anyway, it was always very interesting, and especially if they put things like pickles in them. It was always very interesting how these cookies or brownies or whatever they were making would turn out, and the parents had to taste them. It was kind of a cool show. I can't remember what it was called, Let's Cook It or something, but it was kind of fun to watch. Anyway, if I want to get it right today, and I want to make the right kind of cookies, I need the right ingredients, like I just showed you, and I need a recipe. This one's my kids' cooking cookbook, and this one's got a great recipe in it for sugar cookies. Those are the kind that I like to make at Christmas, and that way you can decorate them. So I've got my recipe book, I've got all my ingredients, and I've got everything right to make the perfect Christmas cookie. Well, did you know that 2,000 years ago, God had all the right ingredients to bring the Savior of the world to be born right here on earth? If you have your Bibles, you can look it up in Luke chapter 1. And this is what we call the Christmas story, because it tells the story about God putting all the ingredients together for the perfect Christmas story. It's Luke chapter 2, verse 1, right through to 20. And it talks all about the birth of Jesus, the angels and the shepherds, and it tells the whole story. I'm not going to read it to you this morning, but I want you to watch it instead on a video. And when you watch the video, I want you to pick out all the ingredients that make the perfect Christmas story. So like I said, this story is found in Luke chapter 2, verses 1 to 20, and you have a look at this video.
The story of Christmas. Jesus is born. This is Mary.
Hi!
You see, Mary was the mother of Jesus, but before that happened, she lived in the town of Nazareth. And she was engaged to marry a man named Joseph.
Hi, Joseph!
Got it.
Mary got pregnant by the power of God.
Wait, huh?
Joseph didn't understand all this at first, but an angel came and told him to still take Mary as his wife.
Yeah, okay.
So he did as the angel said. Not long after that, the ruler of the land, Caesar Augustus, wanted to count how many people were in the land. So Caesar Augustus ordered everyone in the land to travel back to their hometowns so that they could be counted.
Joseph's hometown was Bethlehem, so Mary and Joseph traveled from Nazareth all the way to Bethlehem. When they arrived in Bethlehem, they looked for a place to stay,
No, I'm sorry. Oh, man.
but there was no room for them.
What about there?
Okay.
So they stayed in a barn, and while they were there, Mary gave birth to Jesus.
Whoa.
She wrapped him snugly in the strips of cloth
That'll work.
and laid him in a manger.
Excuse me.
And so the Son of God, the Savior of the world, was born in a barn in Bethlehem.
All right, did you pick out some of the perfect ingredients for the Christmas story? I bet you did. Let's see if I can pick some out. What did God need for that first Christmas? Well, he needed a mom, didn't he? Baby Jesus needed a mom. So Mary was his mother. So that ingredient is there. And he needed a dad. I know not everybody has a dad that lives at home or even a mom that lives at home, but God wanted Jesus to have a mom and a dad. So Joseph was there too. And what other ingredients were there? Let me see. Oh, there was a star, wasn't there? And an angel. And that was part of the Christmas story because God needed the angel to spread the good news. And he needed the star to show people where to go. So we had the star, we had the angel. Oh, and we also had a shepherd because the angels appeared to the shepherd, didn't they? And we had some animals, of course, with the shepherd. And who else did we have? We're missing the most important ingredients for our Christmas story. Oh, I know. It was baby Jesus. We needed baby Jesus in the story as well, didn't we? Because they are all a part of the Christmas story. The angels and the shepherds had to announce the birth of Jesus, and then Mary and Joseph needed to be the mom and dad, and baby Jesus, well, he was a star, wasn't he? Well, without those ingredients, the Christmas story just wouldn't be the Christmas story. And like I said, Jesus is the main ingredient because he's the most important gift that we talk about at Christmas, isn't he? Can you imagine if I made these, or I remember I said I didn't make these, if someone in my family made these delicious cookies and didn't put any sugar in them? What if they put salt or something else instead? Can you imagine if there wasn't any sugar in these cookies? Would they look like a cookie? Yeah, that looks like a cookie. What if, like if I told you there was no sugar in it, you might not know because it looks like a cookie. But would it taste like a good cookie? No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't taste like a good cookie at all. Do you know what? We can have all kinds of things for Christmas, and it might look like the perfect Christmas, but if Jesus isn't in it, it's not the perfect Christmas. It's blah. It's empty without Jesus. So we always need to remember that Jesus needs to be the center of our Christmas. It's like having a birthday party without the birthday boy. We don't ever want to do that. It would not be a sweet Christmas without Jesus, and it would not be a sweet cookie without sugar, that's for sure. Jesus is the reason that the angels sang and the star appeared in the sky. And Jesus is the reason that the shepherds went to find him and to tell other people. So we definitely need Jesus in our Christmas story, that's for sure. Well, this Christmas, I want you to think about Jesus every time you bite into a cookie. And I want you to remember that the sweetest gift of all this Christmas is Jesus. And God brought everything together, all the ingredients, on that first Christmas just to give us Jesus, just for you. Well, don't go anywhere because we got some activities and we got some crafts, and come back tomorrow because we're going to have a sweet Christmas day 2. So don't go anywhere. Stick around for more fun and tell your friends because they can tune in as well and watch. See you tomorrow.
Hey boys and girls, welcome to Kids Camp. We are so excited that you have decided to join us this year for our Christmas Kids Camp called Sweet Christmas. Now, you've learned a lot about the Christmas story today, and the most important part of the Christmas story is Jesus. So we have a little game to remind you of that. And the game is called the egg roll. Okay, so what I have in front of me, and this is all you need, is some raw eggs. So I just took these out of the fridge a couple minutes ago. Okay, now make sure you talk to your parents, right? Always make sure, because they might not want you to make a mess with raw eggs. But if you're allowed, this is a great activity to do. So today we have Micah and Thomas joining us, and they're going to participate in the games, and we hope that you join in as well. And just remember, this egg here has a unique purpose in most cookie recipes. And what it does is it holds everything together. It's kind of like the main ingredient because it keeps everything together. And it's kind of like Jesus in the Christmas story. He's the main part of it, and it's what the whole story is about. All right, so the whole point of egg roll is to take this egg. Okay, you think you got this? So Mike is gonna go first. He's gonna put the egg on the table, okay? Then he has to get the egg, oh dear, from here so from the start line to the finish line, but he can't use his hands. That would be too easy, right? Way too easy. So he has to use his nose only. All right, so we're gonna see how he does, and we're gonna cheer him on, and you guys can join in at home, and we got this. So Micah, you're up first. All right, I'll count down. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Go, go, go! I almost saw that land on the ground. Go, go, go. Wow, you're like a pro at this. Bring it back. Here, we'll bring it back. Start back here. Time violation for going out of bounds. Go, go, go. Yeah! Good job. All right, so now we're gonna switch. I'll take this one since you used that. And now it is Thomas's turn. All right, so Thomas is up. He's gonna start here. We're gonna count him in. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, he has to start over. Come on, Thomas. Woo, you got this. Oh no, Ryan. Bring it back, bring it back. Yep. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, good job. Awesome. All right, thank you so much. You boys come on back in here. So we hope that you try this at home. It's called the egg roll. Make sure you ask your parents first because, you know, fresh eggs do make a mess if they break. And have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome to Kids Camp. I'm so glad you could join us this week. We have some pretty amazing crafts planned for this week, so why don't you grab your kit right now and we'll pull out the first one. Today we are going to be making a door hanger. So you're going to look for something like this. This part is the hanger, obviously, and this hole here is where your doorknob goes. So it hangs, and we're going to have a little decoration that you can keep maybe on your bedroom door or whatever door you want. I'm going to put that down here. We also have some stickers that we're going to put on, and we're going to make a nativity scene. I'm curious to know how many of you have special nativities at your house. I actually have quite the collection. I wanted to show you one. I brought one in today. This one here is made on a piece of wood, and all my characters are made out of felt. This one's special to me because it was handmade by none other than teacher Joanna. When I was a little girl, she gave it to me for my birthday. So I've kept it all these years, and I think that it deserves a place of honor in my house because, well, she's a special friend for me. I also have a few other nativity scenes at my house. I have ones that are made out of wood that my grandpa cut out on the bandsaw. I have one that's like a Precious Moments one, and I even got a new one for my birthday this year. So I wasn't kidding when I said I have quite the collection. I'm really excited that we get to make one today because my favorite part about the nativity scene is layering all the different elements together. And I say the word layer because, well, let's be honest, we have a lot of stickers. So we're gonna have to be extra careful where our door hanger is not very big. We might have to overlap a few of our stickers, and we're gonna work from the background and move to the foreground. So the first thing we're gonna start with is the stable. So you can see right here, there's a line and these two little rocks on either side. We're gonna put our stable right there because it's in the background, so we're gonna layer that down first. Oh, there's even a few cutouts in our sticker. And I'm gonna kind of aim where that line is, and I'm gonna take the back of the sticker and put it right on that line between, oh, maybe I'm gonna move down a little bit. I don't wanna cover up Bethlehem there. I'm There we go. Put it between the rocks. Make sure it's nice and stuck. The reason we're starting in the background is so that we don't have to peel off our stickers and then try to reapply them, because sometimes they get ripped or they lose their stickiness, and that's no fun. So next I'm gonna put in an animal feeder. I think it's a wall hanging one. I'm just gonna put it right here in the back, just for a little pop of yellow. And of course, the most important part of the nativity is the Holy Family. So we're gonna go with Joseph here. He's the purple guy. He's wearing a nice plaid tunic, and he has a shepherd's staff. And I'm gonna put him over here on this side. And Mary, she's over here in the blue. I'm gonna put her on the other side. There we go. And of course, right in the center, we need to put the manger. So the manger is this one here with the legs. Looks like a little trough. And it's full of hay, so it's nice and comfy for baby Jesus, who's over here. Put him right in the top there. There we go. So next, I'm gonna add some animals because it's a stable. So because Jesus is the focal point, I want all my animals to kind of be looking in. So I'm gonna start with my donkey over here. And since he's looking this way, I'm gonna put him on this side over here by Mary. And maybe I'll use a cow on this side. I'm gonna put him down a little bit because it kind of looked like he was eating out of the manger. We don't want that. And if your stickers hang off the edge, you can just fold them over, or you can cut them off. All right. And then I'm gonna add some sheep. You always have to put the little guys down in front. Now there's lots of sheep and buckets and things like that, so if you don't get to all of them or you don't want to include them, you don't have to. They're just extra. Although they do add a little something extra. Next I'm gonna put on some haystacks. And again, you can see how I'm layering these to kind of give some depth and perspective. Add a little water bucket over here. Well, maybe I'm gonna put one more sheep. He's just little. Right there. And let's see. Oh, there's some cool jars here. All right, how does that look? What should I do next? I think we should move on to the wise men. They're kind of important. So you can see here we have 3 of them, and they have, actually I'm gonna start with my camel first. But you can tell that these ones over here are the wise men because they have their special gifts that they're bringing. How am I gonna do this? Lots of decision making here. I think I'm gonna put the camel right here. I don't wanna cover up my sheep too much. I'm gonna put the wise men in front of the camel. go. And of course, you can't forget the Christmas star, because that's what the wise men followed. So the Christmas star is this one right here. It's off to the side next to the purple angel. It looks a little different than the other ones. That's how I know it's extra special. Ooh, it's got a skinny little part. So we're gonna place that right above the stable. There we go. And, oh, I can't forget my shepherds. Oh, careful of that shepherd's hook there. I almost ripped mine. I'll put my shepherd over here. Give him a few extra sheep. There we go. And, oh, one more sheep. Why not? Just because I have them. There we go. And then, of course, we have our angels. We're almost done. Few extra stars. Ooh. Oh my goodness, these ones are really tiny. And there's actually even a couple doves. I didn't even see these guys. I'm gonna put them on my roof. I think they could make a little nest up there. There you go. I think I'm gonna stop there for today. So here's what my finished door hanger looks like. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. Make sure you send a picture to Pastor Julia at jbenwell@rockchurch.ca so that we can have a look at your beautiful creations. And if you want to, you can include a photo of a special nativity scene that you have at your house. I'd like to see those too. Well, that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed making this craft with me. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. See ya!
Okay, guys, wasn't that fun? Now, do you remember all about the ingredients for cookies? Yeah. And you remember the ingredients that God wants to put in His story and in your heart? You've got that, don't you? So anyway, we're going to come back tomorrow, so I want all of you guys back here at the same time tomorrow. Invite your friends, invite everyone that you want to come and listen with you, and we're going to have a great time. So Merry Christmas, and we'll see you soon.